Okay, welcome to the no longer Sargassum report, but now beach report, beach walk. Today is November 22nd. We are at Playacar, where I usually start, the Reef Hotel. Looks like a little wedding coming up here. Wow, dawn looks like it is going to be, what's the word? The person who administers the blessings. The person who administers the blessings appears to be of Mayan origin, officiated. That's sort of cool. I have a Mayan officiant. And okay, now as they say, back to the beach. We are looking good. It's not middle of the day, so maybe I'm not getting the full turquoise experience. Oh man, I'm gonna try going down that way too. Definitely a lot of green. And, oh, our friend Sargassum, or our enemy, or more a sworn enemy, Sargassum, there's just a little bit in the water, but the water is clearer, which I'm not sure about the physics, how that's possible. But let's take a look. I don't know if anyone watched Rope Monster's video. I certainly did. Another excellent beach walk by him, and talking about how the beach on 38th has disappeared. No such problems here at Playacar. The beach is really wide. Sometimes it gets washed. You know, it does get a lot smaller, but never disappears like on 38th. And we actually lived in 38th for a couple of weeks. And I can tell you that the beach did occasionally disappear. And that was a slight concern to us, and it was because it's just much narrower. I'm trying to show you guys a good view of the water. We got some really nice color out there, which is great. Really happy about that. It's not, we're still, let's see, I have my glasses on. See what the glasses, what it's like. But it's almost that Caribbean blue that it's supposed to be. We're really close. I'm just focusing on color now. It's Caribbean green. All right, now let's focus on Sargassum. Okay, so now it looks just, that was just in front of the reef. There was like a little bit of Sargassum there. And now, what do we got here? Just a little bit of Sargassum. We're here at the Riu. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it. My wife's gonna go berserk, but not that much Sargassum. Good for building sandcastle. I always think I'm gonna have time to build a sandcastle and hang out, and just life gets in the way. We're moving into our new place, and there's just so many things to do, and literally I have to start packing as soon as I'm back. So I'm not gonna have time to build a sandcastle. Sort of a bummer. What else we got going on here? In the front of the Riu. It's crowded. It's officially high season, but okay, I guess, you know, I don't want everyone just to click off real quick, but well, before you do click off real quick, make sure you like and subscribe, so I'll keep these videos coming. Going away for Thanksgiving, going back to the United States. So I'll be away for a little bit. I might miss next week's edition of the Beach Report. Hopefully it's still here. It might be just delayed by a day or two, so thank you in advance for everyone's patience. Look at this. I can't believe I have to do Sargassum report. I really thought it was all done. Now what's very interesting is you don't have the chocolate milk effect. The water's clear enough that you can see the Sargassum on the bottom. Huh, it's fascinating. I mean, I guess it makes for good views for me, but I don't want the Sargassum here. You can now guess, you know, what the headline's gonna be for this video. Probably something shocking like Sargassum is still here. But if you've gone this far, I will tell you that you definitely should still come. Everything is really clear and nice, and yeah, there's a little bit of sargassum, but like I said, it's like you can see it just on the beach. Really isn't that much. Totally good for, if you can, my sort of test, I guess, if you can feel comfortable on the beach and build a sandcastle, then we're good. And then certainly for swimming, like, it's not like it was over the summer. So definitely come on down. I wouldn't hesitate. I wish I had the time. Ironically, I live here and I don't have the time to be hanging out at the beach. Last week I did spend at least a half a day here, which was good, but until this channel takes off, I gotta keep working part-time. And so between the part-time work and moving and doing the part-time YouTubing, the days are really full. And a confession, I have taken up golf, so looks like I'll be doing that like once a week. But you know, work comes first before golf. It is really nice though living here in Playacar. The golf course is here, and the place we're moving, it's going to be steps from our door. Right now, I discovered that it's actually only a 7-minute bike ride. No, actually less. It's like a 4-minute bike ride from my house. A lot of people cut across that golf course, and you're really not supposed to, but if you're going to play golf and you're on your bike and you have your golf attire on, it's not a problem. You probably shouldn't cut across that golf course just because, mostly because people would just get mad because they're trying to play golf. And also then you could, and then secondly, what I was going to say first was you could get hit with a golf ball, and no one wants that. No one wants to get hit with a golf ball. That would be terrible. So I'm just giving you the rear view of what I see. You can see me. I hate how these sunglasses look. You can put in the comments that I actually look okay. I also got a haircut. You can put in your comments what you think about the haircut. I like it. Oh, this is interesting coming up. We'll flip the camera around. So there was this little inlet, created this lake. A lake is just the wrong term. We'll just call it piece of water, small piece of water. It's not an inlet, certainly. And now the water has moved out. And I'm gonna ruin this person's shot, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna go around so I'm not in her way. It's interesting, you can see how the sargassum came out to here. And I'm very interested, like, this should probably, A, great place for a sandcastle, B, it should probably all drain. But the tide must go in and out, I guess. Must come up to here, wild guess, and it must be feeding that pond a little bit. It's also interesting here. Oh wow, you can see lots of people in the water. Sorry, and I should be calling out hotels. And past the Wyndham, whoops. And then this, I believe, is Royal Hacienda, which recently someone commented on in my little, I did the review of the beach, so you can double check that it's the Royal Hacienda over there. But someone commented, they stayed there. They said the rooms were a little dated. Overall, it was pretty good, but not great. That sort of comports with what I thought and what the other reviews are, but it was really nice of them to comment on my video, so helping all of my viewers and stuff make more educated decisions. And I mentioned last video, if you guys want me to do hotel reviews in Playacar, let me know. You can use that as ammo, to see, have the hotels let me get access and maybe stay there so I can give you guys a full review. I'm not a big enough channel to just pay out of pocket for it right now, especially since I would just be walking across the street to the hotel, and that would be a big investment of money. And I don't know if I'll get any views. So, it's all about those views. What a business. What a business this YouTube is. All right, so now, as we are in the next Riu, we have now, it's pretty crowded, which is great, I guess. I don't know. More people coming, more money coming into the local economy. You know, people I know, shop owners, restaurateurs, hotelers. I know there'll be some sort of hate in the comment. Oh, it doesn't go to local people, it's just going to the owner of the hotel. And people come into town. They use stuff, they do stuff. They come into the airport, they pay taxes. Money is coming into Mexico. Maybe not as directly as if you stay in town, but it's still coming for sure. And anyway, it's crowded here for swimming. When I say crowded, I mean that's like Playacar crowded. It's not in no way would it be disadvantageous to your vacation. The quote unquote, what I just said was the crowds back there. All right, got a good volleyball game going over there. As we approach, now we're in the Wyndham Viva, and traditionally this little spot is the one that has no sargassum in the boat channel in front of Viva Azteca. And you can see, actually, that's crazy. There's no sargassum. There's no sargassum over here. Not on the shore. Let's say way up here on the shore, yes. In the water, absolutely not. I mean, I think it's just a quirk. But Viva Azteca, I would say, is going to be your best bet in terms of if you want perfectly clean, no sargassum. And it's funny, as I say that, I see this strip of like pinkish sargassum. Maybe it's a new crop. I don't know. That's interesting. Again, but this is just a very tiny strip. And, you know, we're looking very good. And that should be like the takeaway here is like, we're looking good. It is high season in the water. And granted, there's some sargassum, but if I hadn't pointed it out, you might be like, oh, it's all like this all the time. And NBD, as they say in the biz. You will very much enjoy your vacation here. I mean, I've looked at the reviews, and people love it here. I mean, that's why we moved here, because we loved it here. We came, just stayed in a hotel, never thought that we would make it here, but I always wanted to retire in the Caribbean, and boy, this is the Caribbean. Except that it's got a really accessible airport and a very good infrastructure for the Caribbean, an excellent infrastructure for the Caribbean. So for us, perfect match, and maybe for you too. And I'll keep making videos with content and what it's like to live here. Once we finish this move, I'll have a little more time. Got a bunch of videos planned. I just need to get edited. If anyone wants to edit them, you can reach out to me in the comments. We can start a conversation from there. All right, what is next? Oh, now we're back at the Riu. This is the one that's further from town. I think they call it the Riu Palace, Yucatan. One of these days I'll look up the official names. This whole thing is the Riu. It's gigantic. And what's interesting here is like no one at this part, which I guess is further from the rooms, and maybe the pools over there, is swimming in the water. Not that many. And then there's like a ton over here. Maybe it's more in the middle, more central, closer to the rooms, I would guess. And I think it's totally fine. What's nice also is like this beach is big enough You just walk and you will find, you want a secluded spot, you got a secluded spot. If you walk all the way to the end, which I might do today, I don't think so, but I might. You walk all, I just have so much to do. You walk all the way to the end. It's very secluded and more Robinson Crusoe-esque, I guess, for everyone who wants that kind of experience. It's funny, I always look for other YouTubers, but I guess it's good. Like, I'm the only one who really comes to Playacar consistently. It's sort of hard to get to from town, which is fine for me. I think I'm now in someone else's video. Whoever is behind me, you can see, like, now they're in my video, so it's only fair. But, you know, hopefully you're coming here for vacation or to live, to check it out to live, and you're staying in Playacar. Hopefully the information I'm giving you is helpful. And if you have questions, you can always hit me up in the comments. I will definitely answer them. Questions about living in Mexico, questions about traveling Mexico, visiting Mexico, the hotels, what I think, that kind of thing. All right, so now, it's hard to believe, but we're still in the Riu. Oh, and I should be pointing out, since this is the beach walk, the water quality at the old Riu, pretty good. I don't see any, you know, like there's 1 bit or 2 bits of sargassum here. And it's pretty clear. Clear sailing, if you will. Yeah, just that little bit in front of the reef is, and then, you know, we just saw some random pockets. I'm shocked there are random pockets, shocked. But boy, here, the second Riu, and as we approach the Iberostar, it's looking great. So let's see what happens as we get past to the second Iberostar. I'm gonna do a video with, and I was in my last video to a certain extent, on how much everything costs at the beach, like jet ski rental. So let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing also. You know, I live here, so live through me. What's nice, I've been watching a bunch of Rope Monster videos in the background while I work and stuff, which you can watch me in the background. I won't be insulted. And what's, you know, interesting is, like, you know, he goes, you went to Belize, took a bus there, just like, what's that like? He made all kinds of mistakes. That makes for very interesting, humorous content. He suffered so we could view. And you know, similarly, I'm gonna suffer here walking on the beach, and so you can have a better vacation. I'm gonna have to try to be a little more amusing. I'm working on it, and but I want to give you, you know, the info, which I'm sure you want, which is, you know, what's the beach like right now. And here we go. So Iberostar. Whoa, look at that rope. There's a rope on the beach. Be careful if you're walking here. But man, look how nice this is. Still the water is more green hue instead of the turquoise hue. And I'm gonna check it out down by Playacar Phase 1. That's probably gonna be my call instead of going all the way down to the deserted beaches. These guys are quite the setup. But the water, oh, soccer game going on. Nothing. The water, pretty good. Is it crystal clear? No, it is not. Is there sargassum? No. So that's good. So it's, again, it's not your 5-star beach report. It's 4.5 down here, 5, more likely down the other side. Oh, wow. So distracted by everything. Oh, we're still not up to Sandos. I thought we're already at Sandos. Now we're at the fancy Iberostar section, I believe. But honestly, here's a pro tip. The fancy sections of the beach, like the fancy club level, whatever, they're not a heck of a lot different. Maybe you get better service. But I think it's going to the same bar. And in terms of, but what I'm really commenting on is in terms of physical location, where you are on the beach, where the fancy section of the beach is, and non-fancy, everyone gets a great beach here. It's a great democracy. So if you're thinking about splurging on some sort of package, do it for the value of what they're giving you, not for the location or even comfort on the beach. The beach chairs are all very similar. I don't think there are palapas. I've never seen them. So that doesn't exist. I'm not quite sure why they don't have that. But in any case, when I say palapas, like, any kind of tent, enclosure, something with like a bed in it, they don't have that. So all the beach access, even for every hotel, is going to be very similar. There's that banana boat. I haven't seen it in operation. My friend Richard was talking about it before as we approached Sandos. And the banana boat, not in operation, but he said kids love the banana boat. And there is Sandos.com, which I believe means this is part of Sandos. Or maybe it's just an ad for Sandos. No, I'm just kidding. This is definitely Sandos. And I've had many videos, like, it's probably the same birds, but there's tons of sargassum laying here. And you can see just the trace. It's really, like, you have to look for it. And I guess it's where the tide was high, but Sandos is looking great in terms of sargassum. And the clarity of the water is about the same. Thank God, no more chocolate milk. I mean, I know it's just a color, but it's just nice. I mean, you want crystal clear waters. You want beautiful colored waters. Like, literally, like, that's why I moved here, was for beautiful water. It ain't bad right now. Like I said, it's a little green for my taste, but still pretty good. And I think this is where I turn around and I sort of do my beach summary today, which I think, I reiterate. Come to the beach. It's a great day for the beach here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Could it be even more gorgeous? Yes. Should you cancel your vacation? No, absolutely not. Get here. It's great. The weather is, it's not too hot right now. Certainly not too cold. Water is wonderful temperature, bathtub-like temperature. I don't think there's a reason in the world you shouldn't come, and there's so many reasons you should. Number one being, if you want to be on a beautiful beach, why it's cold and stormy and rainy and snowing where you are, windy, you should come here because the weather is better, the people are better, food is better, depending on what type of cuisine you want. Better, cheaper, better weather, I guess, is my conclusion. So, made it this far. I don't know. I applaud you. I thank you. You're probably already subscribed if you made it this far, but just in case you forgot to like or you forgot to subscribe, you know the deal. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.